Ellen McCauley to pray it up. And I'm talking about a little bit of a sobering subject tonight, shame, and how it's a master emotion. And all of us are products of our lives from birth until now. And I tell people in this group, if you do not change, you will remain the same. And if you're happy with the same, that's good. But every single person in this room joined the group to lose weight. And in order to lose weight, you have to do something different than what you're already doing. You have to change. And in order to change, you have to look at your life and say, what am I doing in my life? Am I not making myself a priority? Am I not loving myself enough? And if you're not loving yourself enough to take care of yourself, then you have to answer the question, why? And some people have a basic thing. I just like the way ice cream, cookies, and cake taste over broccoli, kale, and spinach. Well, there's a point there, you know? I mean, really? And then there are some people in the room that say, you know what? I like kale better than ice cream. I have to tell you that I have changed over the years. I like spaghetti squash better than pasta. If there was pasta and spaghetti squash, I would pick the spaghetti squash hands down. I like cauliflower rice better than rice, hands down. You can change. But what I don't want people to go through life saying, what's wrong with me? I'm so ashamed. I can't stick to this plan. I can't stick to a diet. I'm ashamed. We are not our weight. We are valuable people created by God for a purpose. And our weight is just one part of who we are in this vessel. And we need to understand that we need to take responsibility, but we can only change ourselves, and we can't change anyone else but ourselves. These articles I like people to read at home, but I also want you to take responsibility for yourself. Here's something else that shame does. I'm not going to have people raise their hands, but have you ever snuck food? Have you ever had a drawer at work or something where you got some candy bars, a couple of cookies, and no one's around? There's a girl in my office, she doesn't watch the blog. I always see her going, but I never see any food on her desk, ever. And she's always talking about her diet. My diet. So I'm thinking, either that's the biggest piece of gum I ever saw in my life, or she's got something in her drawer. And I was so tempted. I wanted to go over there one day when she wasn't there and go, what's in that drawer, you know? But I had a friend once who was eating this honker piece of strawberry shortcake. All these strawberries, whipped cream, the doorbell rings. I'm there at her house. The doorbell rings. She got this look on her face. She opened up the cupboard. She threw the bowl of strawberry shortcake in the cupboard on top of all the plates and dishes. And she goes to the door and she said, hi, how you doing? It was her boyfriend. So I'm like, oh, hi, I guess I'll leave, you know, bye, see you later. We didn't know he was coming over. Back then, boyfriends took all precedent, you know, friends, like, boyfriend, get out, Ellen, you know. So later on, I said to her, what did you ever do with the strawberry? This is like 2 days later. What did you ever do with the strawberry shortcake? She goes, oh my gosh, it's still in the cupboard. It was still in the cupboard. She did not want her boyfriend or anyone else seeing that honker piece of strawberry shortcake with the whipped cream all over it. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand. Or, you know what's so funny? Like, Bob and I sometimes go out to eat. And you know what I love? Because everyone at Holy Family and half the world knows that I do this group. So we go out, let's say we're at that Finally Hours restaurant, and people like will see me, hi Ellen, how you doing? You know, and then they might say, can you have that? And then I'm always say, oh, what do you mean can I have it? And then I ask them a question. Well, on your diet? I said, oh, I'm not on a diet. They go, I thought you ran that weight loss group. I go, oh, I do. But aren't you on a diet? I go, no, I'm not. It's a way of life. And I'm so glad that you're interested. So usually these people have a couple pounds to lose. I go, I'm so glad that you're so interested, you know, because we have a meeting Thursday night. And there's open enrollment. The next thing you know, see you later, Ellen. Boom, boom, boom. Off they go. do you ever do that yourself? Do you ever go to like a picnic or something and you're like, hi, how's it going? Looking at what everyone else is eating. But there's always those people like, I don't care what they're eating, get away from my food, you know? So, if you sneak food, if you're trying to hide it, shame has been called the master emotion because so much of our experience is filtered through this lens. It warps and confounds our understanding of ourselves and others in a way that makes sustainable resolutions extremely difficult, if not impossible. I am no longer ashamed that I grew up in the dump because my father and mother, even with their challenges and my father's illness, got us out of the worst possible neighborhood into the best schools, the best everything. And to do that, we had to live in the dump, but that's okay because I have a 5-bedroom house now with an in-ground pool. And I am a product of that dump, and I'm proud of it. And secondly, I'm no longer ashamed that my father was an alcoholic because I love that man. When he was good, he was so good. And he suffered from an illness, and I have my own issues and concerns. I have compassion and love for people who struggle with addictions because I grew up that way. I also have such love for people who are mentally, physically, emotionally handicapped because I know what a challenge that is growing up there, and I feel such love. I am a better person, and I no longer feel shame. I'm no longer feeling shame for any of those things, even for my weight. But let's talk about body image and weight loss. Let's talk about how many in this room would like to stand up in front of this room right now, naked? Please raise your hand. I'll take volunteers. Mark, is that your hand up, Mark? No? No one? No one? Just the mere thought of standing anywhere naked sends shivers up my spine. And you know, I thought about that. I've dealt with this shame, I've dealt with that shame, but the body shame, ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, let me just I always wear a jacket. I always wear a jacket, and women, tell me if you understand why. Because of boingity, 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 boingity. Does anyone have that? Boingity, boingity. And the thing is, should I feel shame about that? No. Should I feel shame about the boingity, boingity? Or should I say, you know what? I'm 63 years old, and I feel good. So I got some boingity boingity. You want to see my thighs? If you want to see boingity boingity. The reason I wore a dress is so I could pull it up and you can see my thighs. No. But when I'm on the beach, you know what I have to say to myself? Because I'm on the beach, I say, do not feel body shame. Do not feel body shame. I think, I'm married. I'm happily married. I don't want anybody else. I'm going in the ocean now. So I got flabby thighs. I'm here, and what's good? I'm trying not to have body shame because 97% of women are cruel to their bodies. I hear people say it every night. This, that, my body, my this. We need to love ourselves. And then we internalize, well, the reason I don't like my body is because I'm lazy and I eat ice cream every night and too much comfort food and maybe if I dealt with some of my psychological issues. And you know, then this article here talks about Dr. Phil and how he hated this episode because Dr. Phil paraded all these skinny people in wedding gowns across the stage, and then he had chunky people there going, wouldn't you love to look like this in your wedding gown? And then he thought it was like shaming them. Like, oh, why don't you feel better about yourself like these models here in your wedding gown? And my thought is this. This dress is a 16. Would I be a better person if it was an 8? Would I be a different Ellen McCauley if it was an 8? I mean, I can't even imagine an 8. But the thing is, it doesn't change who we are as a person. We're not going to be happier, married, weddings be better. We need to accept ourselves where we are. Being overweight and even mildly obese doesn't lead to greater health risk all the times, where losing and gaining weight over and over again does. Now, you can have your faith tell you that you're good enough and help you get rid of the shame. We are living to do God's will, and we need to love ourselves And faith is the only thing that can help us overcome that. I'm going to stop there, Bob, and then I'm going to rush